Hey guys, Dancy2, back for more Let's Play Pokemon Red. Last time, we completed the SSN, got cut, and watched it sail off into the sunset. And today, we're headed to the gym. What kind of gym is this? Vermilion City Pokemon Gym. Leader, Lieutenant Surge, the Lightning American. Fuck yeah, let's do this. Hello? Yep, if you started with Squirtle, have fun! Have to break a code to get to him. So yeah, there's a lot of trash cans around here, and we'll go over that in a minute as soon as I deal with all the trainers running around. Damn it, I was supposed to use that rare candy on Flowey. Oh well. We'll do it after the fight. So I have something to talk about while I do the rest of these fights. But yeah, we're just going to go ahead and bring Yarn out here. Because Yarn's going to be our star player. Because ground types are immune to electricity. As a result, he's going to be pretty strong in this gym. Even if he doesn't have a ground type move himself, he's got Thrash. And as we can see, that basically kills everything. Especially since most electric types are special and therefore don't have good defense. Okay, so you go down here. We're going to use this rare candy on Flowey. Go to level 30. He's trying to learn Razor Leaf. Flowey can't learn more than 4 moves. Delete an older move to make room for Razor Leaf? Fuck yeah, I will. Get rid of Vine Whip. It's useless to me now. Anyway, Razor Leaf, I believe, is a 55 power move with high critical hit chance. Now, that high critical hit chance is important in this gen. Why? Well, in this gen, critical hits don't work like they should. Well, they work like they should. They work like how they're programmed. The problem is the way they're programmed is fucking weird and highly abusive as a result. Namely, that your critical hit depends on your speed. And if you have a move of a high critical hit chance and your base speed is over 64, you will always crit 100% of the time. Now, Flowey's currently is at 60 right now, so he's got like a 95% chance to crit. But when he evolves again, he's going to actually boost that up to 100%. So he's always going to be dealing somewhere between, like 75 or not 75, whatever, between 1.5 and times 2 damage of that 55 base. So he's basically just going to get that outright, and then he gets Stab on top of that, plus whatever weaknesses, and Razor Leaf becomes an extremely powerful move as a result. This is why I brought up Slash earlier when I was talking about Meowth, because it has a similar principle. Slash is another high critical hit move, and Meowth's high speed definitely helps it with that, so you can constantly do that damage. This is another major reason why buffs and debuffs are not good in this gen, because of the fact that you'll just be critting like a madman. Also, I completely forgot I'm supposed to be leveling Yarn right now, so let's get him back in here. But yeah, this is just highly, highly abusive. And I love it! This is what I've been trying to get to level 30 to get as fast as possible. Now, that being said, Flowey, unfortunately, is kind of... While he's going to be good for just random encounters and trainers from here on out, it's going to be a while before he actually has a chance to show his stuff in a boss fight. Because, while Grass does resist electricity, Yarn's just a better option all around, and from here on, for the next couple of gyms, it basically, for a good majority of the rest of the gyms, Flowey's out of commission. For one reason or another. That being said, he's going to be heavily useful in just random encounters, but he's sitting on the back burner, at least for a while. Alright, now that that's all done with, we need to find some switches in the trash cans. Trash. There's a switch under the trash. Alright, now we gotta find... I believe the second switch is always touching it? Electric blocks will reset, okay. And now the switches have moved around. So yeah, I believe it's always touching this first one as well. After we find the first one, the second one is always next to it. Switch under the trash, turn on. Alright. I'm gonna guess this one. Yeah! Alright. So that was actually really nice to me. Normally it's not that nice. It won't live long in combat, that's for sure. Tell you, kid, electric Pokemon saved me during the war. They zapped my enemies into paralysis. The same as I'll do for you. Don't question me. Lieutenant Surd wants to fight. Anyway, I kind of failed to go over to the new electric Pokemon, so we got Voltorb here. Voltorb is actually, I believe he's the fastest Pokemon in Gen 1. Unfortunately, his other stats aren't great as a result. That being said, he's most known for his ability to self-destruct, which I don't think he's going to do in this fight. I don't think he's high enough level to get self-destruct or explosion yet. Or I'm just going to thrash right through him because OP is OP. Oh yeah. I'm just... There's no battle here, guys. I'm sorry, but this is just what happens when you only run 2 Pokemon. You just kind of teabag everything. Anyway, he's gonna try to uselessly electrocute me. No, my confusion? Okay. How did I... Gen 1! Oh wow, that confusion wore off fast. And level 29. Yeah, Yarn's not going to be learning anything new from level up from here on out, unfortunately. Because, stone evolution and all that. Take the Thunder Badge! And a shitload of money. Thunder Badge cranks up your Pokemon speed. It also lets your Pokemon fly anytime. See, TM24. Contains Thunderbolt. Teach it to an electric Pokemon. Hell yeah, Thunderbolt's a really good move. I don't know who I'm going to teach it to. I think I'm going to teach it to Yarn, but I'm not positive. Yeah, Paris Cut. I'm just trying to think of, because I've got 2 Pokemon, one I don't have yet, that I'm kind of dumping a bunch of different type of moves on. And I know what, but they can both learn Thunderbolt, and I'm trying to decide which one it's better to teach it to. Oh no, I know what I need to... do I want to teach him that? Yeah, like, I basically have a combination of 4 moves with, water, electricity, rock, and ice. And I'm trying to decide what the most efficient setup is. I had a setup, but I'm not sure if I want to keep it. The point is I'm going to be holding on to Thunderbolt for a little while. Alright. Now that we have the Thunder Badge, things have opened up to us considerably, mainly because the game actually gets pretty non-linear from here on out. I'm going to be taking a kind of unique, or not, maybe not unique, but at least different path to what you're supposed to do. For the most part, I am going to be doing it mostly in order, but our first step, no matter what, is going to be go through Diglett Cave. Now, if you don't have a Ground-type Pokemon like I do, it's actually probably a pretty good idea to come here earlier, because you can get access to Diglett. Diglett is a pretty kick-ass Pokemon. He's got really high speed, but on top of that, not only is he a Ground-type Pokemon, but he also has access to Slash, so he's another guy you can do that high crit stuff. Now, that being said, I've already got a Ground-type Pokemon and a high crit user, so to me, Diglett isn't all that useful, but he might be really good for you. Especially if you didn't start with Bulbasaur. Or just didn't pick up a Nidoran. And the fact that he's near a 100% encounter here is another positive point. Now, that being said, the only other encounter here is his evolved form, Dugtrio. The first in the very large club of let's evolve by just getting 2 more people together and sticking our bodies together, because I don't know how that works, but apparently it does. Yeah. The evolutions in Gen 1 are a little bit uncreative at times. Sometimes they're good. And then sometimes it's just, hey, let's get 3 people together and have a club. Game, we need to have a talk. I'm just gonna sit here and just contemplate life. Game! Not even gonna fight you. Diglett's Cave. Okay. Alright, is it in here? Nah. Yep. That it can. Oh well. Abra, wanna trade one for Mr. Mime? No! Because I don't have an Abra. If you do have an Abra, though, Mr. Mime is a fairly good Pokemon. He's a fairly defensive Psychic type, so he actually counters a lot of Psychic's weaknesses, in my opinion. Unfortunately, his special stat isn't great as a result, and his speed isn't too good either, but he's at least bulky, and he can serve as a pretty good support Pokemon with moves like Barrier and Light Screen, which will increase your defenses. Hello! Professor Oak's Aid! Caught 10 kinds of Pokemon. I'm supposed to give you an HM05. Yes, I have. This is what I needed 10 kinds of Pokemon for. Thank you. Even in the darkest of dungeons. HP up. Once again, vitamins. Not really sure how they work. I'm just going to kind of spread them out as much as I can. Give this one the arm. Alright, HM, use, Flash. Okay, good. Pikachu can learn it. If you didn't find a Pikachu, going over to the right in Vermilion and picking up a Drowsy would be your next best idea. I was actually really hoping that Paris would be able to learn it. But yeah, HM05 is going to be very useful. It's actually less useful in this gen than it is in any other gen, in my opinion. Because of how Flash works and how Darkness works. It's actually it's actually pretty easy to find your way around, even in the dark. Alright, now it's time to go back through fucking Diglett Encounter Cave. Alright, bicycle time. No! And before anyone says, Dan, you should just use a repel, I'm not using a repel for this short cave. Also, because did I buy any? I might have. I don't remember. Alright, we made it. So yeah, over here, if you don't have a Drowsy, this is a good... Or if you don't have a Pokemon that can learn Flash, Drowsy can be found over there. He can learn Flash, that's a good way to do it. Do I have Repels, is the question. I have 9 Repels, okay. That should be enough. I'm gonna pick up a few more just to be safe. Yeah, give me 3 more. Hopefully that'll be enough. Enough for what? Well, our next dungeon. We need that flash to light up dark areas for a reason. And actually, before we do anything else, I'm going to go ahead and dump some of this crap into the PC. No, Red's PC. No, hold on to that antidote. Really, I didn't sell the nugget. I thought I did. Oh, no, I want to hold on to a nugget. That's right. Get rid of the SS ticket. I literally don't need it. Actually, I'm not sure, because there's a glitch to get back onto the SSN, even after it's left. And I'm not sure if you need the ticket in order to do it. Okay, 44, that's rest, if I remember correctly. Yeah, definitely get rid of HM01. And get rid of HM5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay. Drop the max potion then. And drop... I guess drop the max ether. I shouldn't need it, hopefully. If everything goes correctly, that is. Alright. I'm gonna head back over to Cerulean City because that is our next destination. Like I said, the game gets a little bit non-linear at this point, but you do kind of have to go to a certain degree in the same direction that I'm going in. It actually hasn't gotten non-linear yet. Once we get to our next major town, it will. As long as you know what to do, that is. And honestly, it's one of my favorite things from this... One of my biggest, compliments for this generation is how non-linear it gets. I don't think any other Pokemon really nailed that. Like, obviously there's a way you're supposed to do it, but you can just branch off and do whatever if you know what you're doing. Which I do. Hack it. And we're back into the battling. Oh my. Show me what you got. High teens Pokemon again. Just do your thing, Yard. Okay, come on now. You can do better than that. That's not going to do anything to me. You realize this, right? Yeah. Big yawn. What? DM30, what is that? Teleport! Very interesting. That will instantly allow you to escape from a wild battle, or alternatively allow you to return to the last Pokemon Center you were at. No! High defense! I got complacent! I can still kill him. Just go 4 turns in this gen. That's what it looks like, at least. Yeah, sorry, buddy, you lost. Route 9. It's a rock tunnel. It's our objective. Ah, fire type trainer. Well, good thing I got Bubble Beam. Anyway, there's a patch of grass up here. Oh, isn't that just precious? Whatever. There's a patch of grass up here. I'm not sure if there's any Pokemon that we haven't seen yet in this grass. Give me a second to Oh, hi, Beedrill. Let me just deal with this first. I mean, I'll probably just... Yeah, I'm just gonna step on it. Okay. 2 Beedrills. You guy's a beekeeper. Alright, let me go check and make sure there isn't any new Pokemon on this route. Okay, yeah, there isn't any, new encounters in this route, unfortunately. It's just Rattata, Spearow, and Ekans again. So yeah, nothing new. Same shit, different day. I don't have any words. I cannot imagine how you would get a Caterpie to level 20! Or a Weedle. Or a Weedle, that's even worse. Okay, maybe not worse. I mean, at least with that, like, you could... I could imagine you just poison damage killing stuff. Venonat! Venonat's a very interesting Pokemon. I don't really know a lot about it off the top of my head. It's another Bug-type Pokemon, but it's significantly better because you get it much later. I'm just gonna kill it. Maybe if we run into Venonat again, I'll look it up and I'll actually get a good idea on its stat distribution. Yeah, it's just not one that I commonly think of / know about. Well, I guess that's where we're headed to, then. Thrash. Come on, you can do it. Yeah! Alright, Yarn. Okay, you're both for 31 and 30. Okay, so I don't really need to... Don't need to switch you guys out yet. You're still relatively the same level. It's not like these guys are giving buckets of XP anymore, once again. The boon of having only 2 Pokemon. I get to just kind of ignore level, because I get so much experience. Yeah. Oh, come on. Well, B reduces speed. Okay, I knew it reduced something. I didn't know what, though. But speed makes sense. Alright. Ah, meow. Our first time seeing it, considering we're in red version. Ah. Alright, we done? We done. Okay, so down here, right before Rock Tunnel, is actually a conveniently placed Pokemon Center. Thank God. They do this a lot in this gen, and it's not really something that's carried over too much in other gens, mainly because in other gens they'll just give you a doctor or something to heal your Pokemon. Which I feel is a little bit more organic, but I don't know, I like having random Pokemon centers in the middle of nowhere. It adds to the feel of the world. Hell yeah! Yeah. Okay, so next time, we head in the Rock Tunnel, and I try not to get lost. See you guys then.